Ross here, Real Sports Talk Ridge Ross, coming to you guys with, I know, a very late edition of the New Orleans Saints versus the Carolina Panthers wild card weekend playoff preview. Now, the reason why I've waited so late is because I wanted to see what the injury report was saying. What some people were saying as far as the injury report and this team, and Stu and Funchess and all these guys, Trey Turner, Kirk Coleman, all these guys. But let's talk about this game. This is a game that I think is going to be close. The first two times the Panthers met the Saints, a lot of people look at the games for face value and say, well, the Saints blew them out, and they did. But it was a lot of turnovers, a lot of mistakes by the Carolina Panthers. The first game in Charlotte, the Panthers go all the way down the field, opening series. They give up a big-time sack. They have to kick a field goal. Then things just never started going the Panthers' way. They had some turnovers early. The game got away from them early, and it was just too much to overcome. Then the second meeting that the Panthers played the Saints was a lot of missed opportunities, missed plays, flags. They had a 4th and 1 they could have stopped New Orleans. They weren't able to. And it just got away from them again early, late in the second half, So this is going to be a tight game, but this is obviously a game of mistakes. Going to be a game of who makes the least mistakes. Now, let's talk about the Panthers against the Falcons. Let's talk about the Panthers and the mantra of this team this week and what they've been saying, what they've been looking like. Obviously, the Panthers on the Falcons game, against the Falcons, they were not good. They turned over the ball a lot. Cam's worst performance of his career. This team was they did not look like a team that had energy, that had juice. They just looked very lackadaisical in their approach, in their efforts. A lot of calls didn't go their way, and Ron Rivera talked about it this week, is that the players got too much into the calls and what calls were not going their way. A lot like they did against the 49ers that year. That was their first playoff trip with Cam Newton. A team that just was out of sorts. It was out of itself, away from the identity and things like that. And that's what they look like. But this week, they seem like a team that is very focused. They're not as fun and as loose as they usually are, from what the players have been saying, from what Olsen said, Peppers has said, Rivera has said, Cam has said. There's a very business-like approach to this team, and that's what you need, and that's what you expect when you have a team that has so much experience on its side as far as the playoffs are concerned. There's a very business approach, and they sound like a team that took Sunday's loss to the Falcons personally, and they should, because they blew a major opportunity to have a playoff game at home. They look like a team that took that personally, and I'm glad they did. I think that's going to benefit them, especially in this game against New Orleans. Now, let's talk about my 3 keys to the game. Number 1, obviously, is going to be running the ball. Cam and them, they have to find a way to run the ball against New Orleans. They did not do a good job the first 2 times. They're going to have to find a way to run the ball with Stewart and McCaffrey. Stewart, it looks like he's all go to be back this week, which is great. You wouldn't expect anything less. It's a playoff game. Running the ball is going to be key for Cam and the Panthers. Second key is defense. Defense has to play better against New Orleans this time than what they've played the past 2 times. They've got to get in Breeze's face. They've got to get hits. They cannot allow him to stand back there and pick that secondary apart, because if you do, he will. So they've got to find a way to blitz him and find a way to get that rhythm, that offense off rhythm. Last 2 keys, stopping the run obviously is another key. They cannot let Kamara and Ingram get off the way they did the past 2 times. Like Ron Rivera said, last time they played them, it wasn't a consistent, dominant rushing effort. It was just a couple key runs, a couple big runs that they gave up. They got to be sound against the run. And the last key to this game in the playoffs is mistakes. Who makes the fewest mistakes in this game? Last game against the Saints, the Panthers had some flags. They had some turnovers, some penalties. They didn't play mistake-free football. You're going to have to play mistake-free football a lot better than what they played Sunday. They got to take care of the football against New Orleans. Whoever doesn't make the most mistakes in this game, I think, wins. Like I said, running the ball, stopping the runs, stopping Drew Brees, and don't make the mistakes. Take care of the football on offense. Do not make the mistakes. Do not give up a short field. At the end of the day, who do I believe wins this game? I believe the Carolina Panthers win a dogfight, 27-24. I think they're healthy. I think they're going to have the key guys back. And I just think it's hard to beat a team 3 times. But, guys, that's it. I'll see you guys soon. I'll see you tomorrow to preview Florida State and Miami. Until then, keep pounding.